Hi, this is Judy, and we're here at Bullhead City School District, and we're going to be going through using your ParentVue app. So on our screen, you'll see the opening screen from the ParentVue app, and I'm going to back up just here a little to talk to you about how you get to this app. So on your Google Play Store or on your App Store, you're going to search for ParentVue. So in your searching area, go ahead and type in ParentVue. That should bring you to the ParentVue app, and it will be by EduPoint Educational Systems. Once you've installed that app and you open it up, you should be presented with the screen, Welcome to ParentVue. So at this time, we need to tell ParentVue who we want to connect to, which school district. You can connect to more than one school district. The first thing we're presented with is a zip code lookup. So our zip code here is 86442. Type that into the zip code, just click anywhere on your screen and you'll see a list of school districts. I'm going to choose Bullhead City. It's going to ask me, are you sure you want to use this district? We're going to click yes. That should bring us to another prompt here, just asking us, do we have an account and is it already activated? So here at Bullhead City School District, you would have been given a username and password, and so you are already activated. So click on already activated. Then you're going to type in the username. And your password and continue on. Now for my presentation, I'm in a training environment, so I'm going to connect manually to a district, which you can also do. And give me 1 second. Can you pause here for a moment, James? All right, so at the login screen, you're going to enter your username and your password. Once you click login, it'll ask if you wanted to save your credentials. You can go ahead and do that if you would like. Enable Face ID, I'm going to choose no, and that should bring you into an acknowledgement screen. So the district can push out acknowledgements, things like policies they want you to read. It may be related to attendance. It may be some announcements. In this case, if you receive an acknowledgement, you have an option to sign it, skip it, hit yes on it. If you skip, by the way, it'll be presented each time you log into ParentVue. So you may want to go ahead and read that. Where it says signature, you need to make sure you type in your name if it's requiring that you type your name in as they have it at the school district. So normally that is your legal name as on your credentials that you provided to the district. I'm going to type mine in right here. It actually knows who I am. I'm clicking my name to sign. Then I can move forward and hit yes. Oops, asking me to sign again because I didn't quite sign that. Okay. It's also telling me that I have to view the document. So if you're trying to just skip past and click yes, you're going to have to view the document, actually read that document. That's what they're asking you to do. Once you've read that document, you can click the X to close that, then you can continue on and hit yes and go to either the next acknowledgement or onto your ParentVue screen. I'm going to skip this one for now so I can get into your main screen. And this is your first opening screen when you're in your ParentVue app. If you have more than one student in the district, you will see them both listed here. We're going to start in the upper right corner of our screen where we have the 3 lines stacked. When we click on that, you can go to My Account. That will show you your information. You can change your password on this screen. There's a photo button. You can upload your photo while you're here. You have some options, a tab for notifications. So if you would like to receive a notification anytime your student is marked absent at their school, you can turn on your notification for attendance. If you would like a notice saying we're coming close to the end of a term, a grading period, you can turn on the end of term notification. And then there's also a gradebook summary, so you can receive a summary weekly of your students' grades. So once you've made any changes on that screen, you would click Update. You also have an email tab. So if you look at this email tab and notice your email is incorrect, at any time if your email changes, you can come here, make sure you update this email address, and then save that so the district, when they're pushing out information to you, they always have your most current information. You can also update your phone information, so you don't have to go through online registration verification every time to update email or phone information. You can do that right here on your ParentVue app. It's very quick. There's a plus button at the bottom of your screen. When you click that, it will allow you to put in a new phone number. If one of the phone numbers listed is incorrect, you can click on that phone number and edit that. Or you can just swipe and delete one of those phone numbers. So that is just your My Account information. Again, you can opt into notifications and update your email and your phone contact information. So when I arrow back and go to those 3 dots, you also have a parent ID card. So if you're going to school and you want to check your student out early, they're going to a doctor's appointment, you can present your ID card right on your phone. The front office can scan that so you can check out your student right there. A lot faster process. Your photo that you had loaded there shows up. The QR code is there. So again, your front office can quickly identify you, get you checked out at the office. All right, the next thing on our app is the mail, Synergy Mail. So anytime your school or the district pushes out a global email from Synergy, from their student information system, it not only goes to your personal email, it also goes into your ParentVue app. So if somehow you forgot something on your regular email account, you can always come in here, click on Synergy Mail. You'll have a list of any of those messages that came from teacher or folks in the district will show up here in your inbox. You also receive alerts here as well. You may see an alert. You can click on that alert, and it works just like a regular mail system that you have. You can actually reply back if it came from something other than a no reply address. You can even reply back on the Synergy Mail app here in ParentVue. Online registration is also accessible from here. So at the beginning of the year when you need to update forms, need to change a lot of your contact information, you can access your online registration right from your phone, and it is formatted to work better on your phone when you're accessing from the ParentVue app. You can tell I was not looking at my computer. I need a mouse wiggler. All right, so we're back on that main screen, and you'll see your children listed. If you have more than one, you'll see a couple or more students listed in a row. Right here from this main screen, you can report an absence. So if your student is going to be out tomorrow, they have an appointment, you can click on the report absence right from this screen. You have options to choose if it's an all-day absence or if they're arriving late or leaving early. If it's all day, you'll select all day. If it's 2 days or more, you can put an end date. So if they're going to be out for a couple of days, I can choose my start date is the 2nd, and they're going to be out also on the 3rd. So I am marking them or letting the office know they're going to be out for 2 days. Select a reason. There is only one reason, and that's just your parent excused. And then in the note is where you're going to let the office know why your student is out. Medical appointments, if it's a family vacation, different information you can put in the note. Once you've done that, you can click Save button, and that'll go right to the school's office. When they look at their cues, they will see that information from you. You also have from the screen an events. So if there's any events going at the school, online registrations opening, there's a certain event that's happening at the district office, such as this ParentVue Training, you'll see that in your event area. And then, of course, we can click right on our student to get into kind of the hearts and the bones of the ParentVue system. On this first screen per student, you're going to see a report absence again, same thing that we saw on the previous screen, you can also do from this screen. And then you're going to see gradebook. So in gradebook is the next thing down. As you scroll, you'll see the various classes that your student is enrolled in. Right now, there's no grades posted yet, so I'm seeing an NA, just means there's not a calculated grade yet for these classes. You can click on a specific class, such as their math class, and once you're into that specific class, you're going to start seeing assignments and grades and information about how your student is doing in that particular course. Right below gradebook, you have another way to get back to Synergy Mail. So you'll see Synergy Mail looks just like it did from the main screen. And then you'll see attendance. So yet a third option or part to where you can report an absence, but also you can see a summary of all your students' attendance. So the screen I'm looking at has a green dot with a check mark. That's an excused absence. You'll see a red dot that's showing that's an unexcused. But there's detail information down below as well that'll give you the dates when your child has been marked absent, as well as the various reasons why they were marked absent. So if you're seeing something on that screen, you can always, if you have a question, check in with your school office and ask them about that attendance that you're viewing. If I go back to my main screen, I can also see my kids' schedule. So if I click on class schedule, you'll notice mine comes up for today, no school. I'm actually in a prior year data, but I can click right on that where it says today, and I can choose what is their schedule for Q3. So I could look forward to see what their schedule is going to be next semester, or I can just stay on a specific date. So it tells me each of the periods and which class they're in, and then it gives me the name of their teacher. So at the elementary school, of course, you're going to see that same teacher listed multiple times. When you're at the middle school, you're going to see those changes of different teachers for the different courses. We also have another way into the gradebook. So on our opening screen, we saw up here, we saw the gradebook. We also can get down to it, this A+. That's going to bring us back into gradebook, and again, let us look at what assignments are coming up, what the grades they've received in various assignments. So here I'm seeing different subjects they're in, and if there's a calculated grade. Up in the upper right of my screen, I also can change my quarter. I can look at a specific quarter or a semester, and that will update my screen. Going back to the main screen, the next thing is health. So if your student has gone to the nurse's office during the day, you can click on health, and you're going to see any of those visits that they have and a little summary of what happened at that visit. So on this visit that happened yesterday, if I click, they had a headache, they came to the office, so you'll see that information when they checked into the nurse's office. And I'm just using that back arrow to get back to my main screen. You'll see a report card, and the handy feature in the report card is not only do you see the grades for your student, but often the school is attaching a hard copy of that report card to this area. So if you needed something for your insurance to show you had a good student, you were getting discounts, things like that, you have that option, and you'll see towards the top of the screen an option to download a copy of that report card. So the report card is that grade your student received at a specific point in time at the end of a quarter, at the end of the semester, whereas your grade book is a live grade. It's changing daily. Each time each time a teacher changes, puts in an assignment, scores a grade, that grade book is live and it's updating as the teacher puts in that information. The report card, again, is at a specific point in time at the end of a quarter or semester, that grade that was captured at that moment. Next thing on here is your school information. So as you click on that, you're going to see your school name, you're going to see the phone number if you needed that phone, and you're also going to see a tab for staff list. So that gives you email addresses if you needed to contact somebody at the school, and that would allow you to send that email. We have student information. So this is another area really important that you can go and update without having to go all the way through the online registration, following through all of those screens. So as I look at the student information, I'm going to see my student's name and birth date. I'm going to see their email address, their school email address. I'm going to see their school. I'm going to see emergency contacts. Some of this information you can change, others you can't, but you can from here update your emergency contacts, maybe a new phone number for the aunt or uncle who you have listed on your contact list. Maybe you've updated your doctor. So again, without having to go all the way through the online registration process, at the top of this screen you can click Edit Info. That will open that area up, and so now I can click in, put in my doctor's phone number if I wanted to add that in. I can add hospital information, dentist information, and I can scroll down, and here are my emergency contact or student phone numbers. Student phone numbers are if your child has a cell phone, you want to put that information into the system. And let me just check that box so we see a little more on my screen there. So we have student phone numbers can be edited, and then here's our emergency contacts. So I can add a phone number to my emergency contact. I can change information, and as I scroll down, you'll see I can enter an additional emergency contact. When you've made any changes on these screens, make sure you click Save Changes. Now it's telling me here I entered a phone number incorrectly. Well, I did because I was just putting a number in, but put your correct phone numbers. It's going to correct you if there's not enough numbers, if you forgot to put the type of phone. Important to let your office, let your school know any changes in your phone number. This also attaches into the attendance dialing system. So if your student is marked absent, those calls that you get to alert you of an absence. So great place to go in. Again, quickly update that phone contact information so you can stay in touch with your school. All right. We've got a daily assignment that you can jump into. So this lets you see for a week, for a day, look at the different assignments coming up, stay on top of what's happening for your student as far as different classes, homework load that they're going to have. And I'm just going to come back over here to my main screen and look at the last three things. Just at the very bottom of your phone, you'll see your student information. You'll see me again, but I am my student. Same picture in there. You'll see a calendar, a nice view of anything coming up, any assignments coming up in a more visual view as far as looking forward for a couple of weeks or so. And then you'll also see events listed also on the bottom of your screen. So you have school events, district events, and then those back arrows will just back you all the way up, and when you can see your three lines again, you are ready to log out. So use your ParentVue app, stay connected to your students' progress. If you have any issues logging in, go ahead and talk to your school office. When you're in, stop by the office. They can help you get your account set up, help you change your password, and bringing that up. You can also change your own password if you forgot your password on the very opening screen. Click Forgot Password. It'll ask you for your email. It'll connect that to what the office has on file for you on their records, and that'll automatically allow you to do a password reset without even contacting them. So again, thank you for using ParentVue. Thank you for keeping connected to your students' progress, and let your school office know if there's anything you need or any questions you may have.